Hello and welcome to the Lehigh Valley Food Podcast. My name's Tim, and today I have with me my co-host Riley.
Hello.
And today we're at the Wooden Match. And with us today, we have a couple of guests. So do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
So Vince Randazzo, I've owned this since 2013. It's been a great, I couldn't have done it with a great crew of management and staff. The guys are standing next to me here are amazing.
I am Brett Giacchetta, executive chef at the Wooden Match.
Hey guys, this is Ronnie Eunice, general manager, Wooden Match.
My name's Andrew, and I'm the operations manager here. Operate the day-to-day here. I've been with these match boys for about 4 years now, going on, and we're just improving every day.
It's nice to meet you guys. It's nice to meet you. Let's kind of start off the question with, where are you guys from?
Well, let's start with, I'm born and raised in Allentown. Been in the food business for a good 20 years, maybe. Working in this business, grinding away, and
totally fair.
And from place to place, and then finally found the Wooden Match in 2011, I believe. Brett and I have been working together for about 15 years, I guess, maybe. A couple years before that. So
2008.
We started this place up, and like I said, in 2011, there's a good backstory to it. We started this place. Our first day open to the public was actually Music Fest.
Awesome.
2011. Yeah.
Very cool.
We took this place from like barely nothing to, again, opening for a Music Fest first day.
And there was a restaurant in here before you guys opened,
Yeah,
correct?
there was. It was the Main Street Depot, which ran from, I believe, 1970 to 2001.
Yeah.
And then they shut down. The building was empty for a good 10 years. And then that's when we moved in. And I remember my first day walking into this building was July 5th,
That's
2011.
Awesome. So you guys got this open pretty quick then, it
was less than 30, like 20 some days, less than 30 days. And
That's
like I
awesome.
said, the big thing was our first day open was to a full-blown Music Fest, which was pretty crazy.
So I'm sure your first day was
impressive.
It was
wild.
that whole weekend was
The whole
just,
week.
oh man,
That first
The week-
Wednesday
God.
was like a soft opening.
Yeah.
I
And it
remember
was
that.
it was absolutely we were just not ready for it.
Yeah,
I mean, that sounds like a great return on investment, though.
yeah, that's right. We did do I remember we did a soft opening on Wednesday,
Yeah.
and then we did a invite only on Thursday, and then that Friday was the actual first day open. And I remember we were on like a Bones crew, and Brett and I were running around like madmen.
Yeah. It
So
was
what,
definitely rough.
what was kind of the inspiration when you opened it? I mean, the restaurant that was here before, obviously I was really young when it was open, and I remember being here once, I think, for a Christmas Eve dinner when it was the Main Street Depot. But what was the idea behind turning it into a cigar bar and making these awesome burgers and awesome sandwiches that people look at and go, what?
Well, the whole concept was behind Cigars International. So Cigars International, I guess, purchased the property and wanted to open up a cigar bar.
Okay.
So they approached me, and it was really like a kind of like an overnight thing. It was like the one day it was almost like, hey, we want your opinion on this.
Mm-hmm.
Can you come walk through? So walk through, and then at the end of the walkthrough, it was like, hey, do you want to do it?
That's really cool.
And I'm like, okay, well, when do you want to get this thing open? Oh, well, in like 2 months. Like, all right, guys, all right. So, and for me, I love challenges.
Yeah.
That's my thing. As long as I've been in this business, I like the day-to-day operation.
Yeah.
I get very stagnant. Like, it gets boring for me.
Mm-hmm.
That new challenge was like, all right, let's do it. So went back. I was like, I need to bring my guy Brett on.
Yeah.
And we just jumped into it, and we started. Like, they were the originators of starting the whole the project. After that, the whole burger theme, kind of, I guess, gastro pub, if you will, but not.
Yeah.
It's for us. It's everything is completely different.
Yeah.
We kind of look at it as like we're just different than anybody, but that all comes from Brad and I. the ideas, the recipes, the names for items. It's all just and really, it's a lot of the stuff has come with just me and Brett hanging out. Like, hey, listen, I think we should put this burger.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think we should name it? And it just everything is just off the cuff, and it's been working.
That's
and
incredible.
It's been, 10 years, 11 years, and it's been working. So
That's incredible. So Brett, you have some pretty wild burgers on the menu. Specifically some that I know off the top of my head, like the Donut Delight,
Yes.
or the
pretty
Bender
sure,
Ender,
I'm pretty sure we were the first restaurant in the valley
to do something like that.
to do the donut burger.
That's awesome.
I'm pretty sure we were.
When you set out to create a new burger, how do you get your inspiration to kind of make something like that?
I know what foods pair well together, and I'm always trying to outdo my last one.
That's totally fair.
So, I mean, I try to be as creative as possible. I mean, I've used elk, camel, especially for like the game dinners. I've done like ostrich meatloaf, just crazy
Different types of proteins
crazy,
and stuff in them.
Yeah, yeah, and food has always been a part of my life. It's always been a big thing, as with his family and all that. I mean, so I just took it, and I don't know. It's just
Yeah. I mean, you guys for sure do an excellent job. Do you have any questions about the food? I know you have some hidden culinary experience that you don't tell anyone about.
I don't like to showcase anything. I'm the strong silent type. Do you have any current burgers that you're thinking about putting out soon, by any chance?
I want to do another game
Yeah.
burger, but I mean, right now some things are hard to get. So
I don't want to like leak any information, but there's been a few things that we've been kind of like
Playing
going
around
back
with,
going back and forth with. More of like at this point, more of like high quality, like palafated beef is like that's like the top line beef, maybe something like that. At this point, I mean, how much more do you want us to go?
yeah,
You know what
like,
I mean?
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
true.
I get to
Honestly,
a point
it's
where
true.
it's like kind of hard to make.
Yeah, we have
Done.
one
I
of our
mean-
burgers is it's our half and half. It's half bacon and half beef.
Yeah.
Like after that, like how much? I don't know how
Dear
much more
Lord.
we could go. You know what I mean? But for us, I will say our beef patty mix itself, and another thing is we do serve a 10-ounce patty, which I don't think anybody else does.
No one does that.
Which
around
is,
here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a huge patty.
It is. It for sure is.
For us now, it's more of what we're topping on that patty. That's where like the out of the box stuff is coming from. But
Kind of how to elevate the burger into
Yeah.
something
Exactly.
gourmet.
Absolutely.
That's
So, and I will say another thing on that note. I'll say nothing about Brett is the things that he puts together on these burgers. Like for example, the Mr. Peanut Butter. So Brett came up with a Mr. Peanut Butter. It's our burger patty, peanut butter, grape jelly, and Taylor ham.
So it's basically a peanut butter
American
and jelly
cheese,
with
too.
breakfast.
And American
Yes.
cheese, yeah. So when you
It is
read it,
unbelievable.
but when you read it, you're like, holy, really? Peanut
Yeah.
butter and jelly on a burger?
I think last time I was here, I looked at the menu. I said, "That's the one I'm gonna try
But when
next."
when you have it, that first bite that you
It's
take,
unbelievable.
it blows your mind away.
That's crazy.
It's just unreal.
So and even
yeah.
like there's times when I'll talk to customers and they, if they want to modify something, like why don't you just try it?
Yes.
the way
Yeah.
it is?
Always.
And if you don't,
And
And then
like
if you don't like it,
Yeah.
okay, but just try it because it's put that way for a reason.
and they're always
Yeah.
like, "Wait, this is
Yeah.
fantastic."
Just like okay, back to the donut burger.
Yeah.
it's a glazed donut with bacon, Cooper cheese, and a burger patty.
yeah,
You would think that's like there's no way you'd even like who's gonna even try that.
It's like a mad genius
Yeah,
burger.
but then when you take that first bite, you're like, holy shit,
Yeah.
this is amazing. Here we go.
absolutely. We're up here in kind of the private lounge area. So tell me a little bit about this area and what the idea was behind this and kind of where it came from. I was up here once a long time ago with a client of ours, and that was about it. So
Well, I mean, this area up here was more of, like you said, like a private lounge. Yearly membership, more like exclusive. Get your little TVs, lounge
Come watch the
chairs.
sports.
Actually, this table here, you take this off. It's a poker table
Awesome.
underneath. There's a pool table.
Yep.
It's more like just exclusive.
Which I've heard is the best pool table in Bethlehem.
That's the word on the street. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, it was more based on just like being exclusive.
Yeah. So was
So-
this here from the beginning, or was
No,
this
no.
added
This
after?
was actually this space was used by the Bethlehem JCs
Okay.
when the Main Street Depot was here,
Mhm.
and then when Vince took it over, they just the idea came out with like I said, a
Yeah.
private lounge, and
It's a very.
there's really
cool
nowhere
space.
there's nowhere around here like that.
Yeah.
So
it's a very
you
cool
know,
space.
You pay
to
your
come and hang
membership,
out.
and then you come in. You walk in, swipe card,
Mhm.
separate entrance.
Mhm.
Walk in, do your thing, and it's just nice and private. So
When I came up here, it was walls were down, drywall was down, everything was broken. The floor actually you could see. I don't know if you can remember, Ronnie, you could see the downstairs bar from here.
That's crazy.
So we had the idea. I'm like, let's not make
filing cabinets.
it. Filing cabinet. It was like a old attic where you store everything up and just forgot about it for years.
Yeah.
So it took us a while to clean it up. And then we got the idea that people were like, oh, we want someplace private,
Yeah.
we can smoke, watch TV, like almost like a guys to hang out. Because in the wintertime, there's nowhere
Like a man
really
cave.
hang a man cave.
Yeah.
So we're
Not
like,
everybody has
we
one in
put
their
something
basement.
together. We put a man cave, and it's slowly growing for the last 7 years. I think 7 years up here, 7 years slowly.
Very cool.
We're getting members. We're gonna get lockers. We're gonna have a full bar service up here
That's
eventually.
awesome.
But
Does it work right now? They go downstairs, grab their drinks, come up.
yeah, you can
Kinda.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
But we
I
have
mean,
we have full service, but you can go down there and get it.
If there's something going on up here, we have our servers come up, and
Yeah.
it goes both ways. Go downstairs, order from
Yeah.
the bar, or we'll have service up here. But yeah, I mean, it's working. It's a nice space, and like Vince was saying, if you just saw the space the way it was beforehand, man,
Scary.
yeah, it was pretty rough.
Old haunted attic
Yeah.
in a train station vibes.
Yeah, exactly, pretty much. And that brings up Charlie.
Haunted is not even a word.
Yeah.
Oh my
This
gosh.
place is definitely
This
haunted.
place is definitely some
I live in
serious-
downtown Bethlehem.
serious stuff
So-
here.
Yeah, this is probably one of the most.
I live in the third story of an old row home. Pretty sure there's some guy up there with me. So my girlfriend's like, "Yeah, what was staring at us last night?" I'm like,
Yeah, no, I mean, we've seen and heard
yes,
a bunch of things.
Many,
Right?
many.
Like there's and it's not just one. There's a few of them that are around. But I do want to say on top of that, after the correction, I'm wrong, but after the lounge was the artisan, or was the artisan first?
Arson was after the
It was after lounge.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
after
So
here.
there's the building
So I
next
actually
door.
did want to talk about that
Yeah.
in a little bit, because
Well,
that is a really cool space
It
too.
is a really cool space,
amazing.
and yeah, it's beautiful.
Architecture in that building.
Oh yeah,
So that the concept over there was to kind of take the wooden match is
Mhm.
more. I could put it as if you want to go out with your guys want to go out,
Mhm.
come to the wooden match, have beer, smoke some cigars, craft
date
beer.
night at the other place.
Next door, you want to bring a date out,
Mhm.
it's wine,
Yep.
and and next door is non-smoking, so
Mhm.
it's a little more
And it's the same menu, right?
same menu, yeah.
Okay.
But it's our complement to what we have here.
hmm When that opened, correct? I could be wrong because I haven't gone there until recently. But was it always the full menu, or was it kind of like a reduced menu in the beginning?
When we first opened the Artisan, I think it was just cheese.
So I am right. So it was
Wine,
like
yeah.
wine, cheese, crackers,
Yeah,
and
this is 2013.
Yeah.
Damn, I mean,
yeah. And it's come so far. I love everything you guys are doing.
Since there's 4 of you guys over here, what is your favorite dish? Because you guys keep talking about, oh, this is great, everything's great, but what is your personal favorite dish?
My
You're
favorite
looking
dish,
at me like I'm like,
No, my favorite dish is my go-to: nachos, pierogies, boiled with sautéed onions, and the I don't know, the donut burger.
yeah.
That donut burger is fantastic.
I mean, you can't go wrong, especially if you have a long night and the next day you come here. I mean, you can't beat that.
Mhm.
You definitely can't beat that. I mean, it's definitely a hangover's fucking nightmare. A hangover's lover. Like, you're devouring that burger like it's.
Oh yeah, you
Uh,
didn't see me bite it.
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, it's just.
Oh, man, that's a good question.
It's.
Oh, also add drink.
drink.
Yeah, also
Oh, we have amazing drinks here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's make it
Old
a
fashioned.
little bit more.
Old fashioned.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we make a killer old fashioned.
See,
Uh,
that's what I always go for too.
I mean, the bartenders here make a killer drink, and don't skimp out on everything. Old fashioned's the way to go if you're going to come
Beautiful.
here.
Perfect. I'll have to note that for next time.
Yeah,
I always get beer
definitely.
when I come here, but
No,
I
no,
will.
no, I mean, beer is great. Obviously, we have a great selection. We have a great selection. Better, I
Yeah.
think, one of the best
Yeah,
in the Lehigh Valley.
I think that's our bourbon selection.
And the boorbon selection
Yeah,
is great.
Yeah.
it's our
Our
bourbon
bourbon
selection
selection is amazing,
yeah,
too.
There's like I mean, we go anywhere from Blanton's down to Booker's
Awesome.
and everything in between.
We have an amazing selection of bourbon beer, just out of this
I
world.
mean, all that goes great with cigars. They shouldn't
Right.
underrate that.
It's a great compliment.
I will tell you, while we're talking about favorite menu items, I've come here quite a bit. My personal favorite is the Bender Ender.
Mm.
I just
Yeah,
like
that's
the
good.
challenge. It's
2,000
We have-
calorie challenge.
It's-
we have a-
I mean,
we have
I
a-
could house it.
We have a customer that comes in. I want to say maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. He
Mhm.
comes in, gets the bend ender, and he'll take. So the bend ender is 2 grilled cheese sandwiches,
Mm-hmm.
and then in between is the burger patty and a fried egg. So he'll take the top grilled cheese and wrap it in foil. That's his like breakfast for the next morning.
So is that like a burger
It's
breakfast sandwich inception thing going
well,
on?
it's two separate grilled cheese sandwiches
With bacon.
Shit.
with bacon. Yeah, and then
no
the burger
word.
patty, and then a fried egg. So this customer comes in, he'll take that one of the grilled cheese, and that's his breakfast. And then the other grilled cheese, he'll open it up and then put the burger
In between.
in between and the bacon, and then top it with that second one, and he'll eat that.
Interesting.
I'm so
Yeah.
lost right now. Like I can
Yes.
see it in my head, but I'm just like,
it's
what
hot.
the fuck?
So when this burger's served, it's about I'd say about like this high,
10 inches.
something like that.
it's the size of my head.
Well, like Brett said, it's 2,000 calories.
Yeah.
Is that
So
what
it's your-
Jacoby had?
It's 2,000 calories.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's your whole day's meal.
Did he
Back-
eat that?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Back in the day when I was a little bit younger and could actually digest food appropriately.
Can handle it, right?
I'd come
So-
in here and like house some appetizers and then eat that.
One day,
What?
back in 2014, I played around and did something like this.
What in the world?
It's a pound patties, a pound of bacon. It was a badass Bender Ender.
Well, our
Sandwich.
BLT is that's played off our BLT,
Mm-hmm.
and our BLT is a pound of bacon,
Wow.
and it's the badass BLT.
Yeah.
Is
so-
that like the size of my forearm?
Pretty much, yeah.
Holy crap.
My favorite menu item would have to be the Haas pierogies.
Yeah. Is that those right there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are. I mean,
Yum.
sautéed with
Mhm.
with onions and the demi glace that we have with it. It's sort of sour, like it's just perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, the dish itself is a full meal. It's an appetizer,
Mhm.
but that's a full meal in itself.
I feel like everything here is a full meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. But they're locally made. Everything's handmade.
Incredible.
They're just perfect.
Holy,
It's not like we
can't
just
wait.
use the basic like Mrs. T's
Yeah.
pierogies.
No, they look incredible.
They're amazing, and we've been. I mean, for years that's been like I think our number one.
Oh,
I
Yes,
don't know if you guys would
cool.
probably agree with that. That's
Yeah.
that's probably our number one. I mean, for me, 2 pierogies, I'm good for the night. But yeah, they are my favorite.
And how about a drink? Your favorite drink?
Drink. Like I said, our bourbon list is very far. I mean, a good Angel's Envy neat with a few ice cubes. That's I'm good with that.
What is it?
Angel's Envy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you said a little bit about live music. You have obviously all the events going on here.
Right.
Next door at the other restaurant.
Absolutely.
What kind of event sort of coverage do you guys do there, or what do you guys kind of do to bring crowds
here
in?
at the match, like I said, we do live music Thursday through Sundays. You
Mhm.
know,
You guys do it in the summertime outside on your really
Yeah.
on that really cool patio.
yeah.
you
Oh
have,
man,
too.
our patio. Yeah, our patio seats what 60?
In the 60s, so it's 60. Yeah.
Yeah. Capacity wise, 100.
Yeah.
Listen.
60.
I'll say this coming summer, it's going to be 100.
Yeah. I know you
So
guys
we'll-
used to
we'll
put
push
like
100.
extra tables out along the
Yeah.
train tracks.
So
and
it'll be this year.
everything
Will be
else, and-
this coming summer. It will be 100.
Yeah.
Brand new furniture. We
Very
just,
cool. You just updated the tent.
we just updated the tents this
Brand new
year. So
canopies. And that's a big thing, you know, especially in this day and age. You know, people are looking for outdoor dining. People are looking for places to bring their pets.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Thursdays, you know, we might do a solo or an acoustic duo. Friday, we usually get the full band set up. You know, they set up if it's indoor or outdoor. You know, they'll put the drum kit out there, and we'll set up for full band. And you know, that with that being said, we're always looking for new local artists to come out. Saturday, the same thing, full band. Sunday, we have our own open mic night.
Okay.
That's anything, spoken word to comedy, to literally anything that you would want to do. That we give you an opportunity to come up, and so that's every Sunday night. And a lot of people come out, and you know, we're like, hey, wow, man, we haven't heard you play. How about a gig at the match on a Thursday? And that's just how it works, man. It's all about networking.
That's really cool, and you're right. That's a good way to find new people to come in. And
But in regards to that, next door at the Artisan, they also do live music.
Okay,
so they're open from Thursday to Saturday.
Okay,
and you can find live music there. It's a little bit more catered to the crowd. Correct?
Yeah,
so like jazz.
It's a more
very acoustic.
Say an intimate experience, but both are.
We're recording this on December 23rd, so there's a Christmas act over there tonight.
Very cool.
So yeah, like Ronnie said earlier, you know, the Artisan is a whole different vibe and element. You know, this is more catered towards beers, cigars, gastropub. You know, watch your favorite sports game on a night, the big fight. And then next door is real, you know, calm, low key, you know, beautiful environment. You walk into the building, the stone walls, like it's just the architecture is mind blowing. You can just tell the building was built in the 1800s. So it's cool to have both of those components here as well. You know, we cook out of one kitchen.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're busy every night because we got to cook for 2 restaurants.
That's totally fair.
So, yeah, live music is a big part, and it's a big draw. I will say, you know, I appreciate you guys, you know, taking the time to let us speak and kind of just showcase what we do. And if you have not checked this out, I mean, by all means, you know, there's a table waiting for you. That's for sure.
Yeah, and you can have like the best of both worlds from like, you know, from the Artisan and then all over here.
Yeah, I mean, that was our concept to begin with. Like, you can have, like you said, the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Come over here, have a cigar, have some beer, or go next door and have some wine,
chill,
and listen to some jazz and just chill.
A couple years ago, you got an Oasis here. Why? Well, you got the river here flowing. You're in the because this is considered the island almost. You got your own Oasis. You got beautiful parking.
Yeah, parking.
You got 2 restaurants. Amazing food. You guys can do anything. There's nothing that no one can like.
Yeah.
Vegetarians, vegans, gluten free. You guys have it all in one island, and it's true. We do.
That is true.
One package. You come here, it can, you know, everyone can be happy.
And it really is a great thing that you guys built, and it's a great thing that you guys are doing. And
building that well-rounded community. Oh my God. That's pretty amazing.
It's just crazy to see how much more we're evolving as well. Like we haven't even touched Music Fest.
Yep.
And we haven't even touched like our peak either.
Yep.
Because Music Fest alone, it's crazy, man.
That's another podcast in itself.
It's like
that's 30 minutes by itself.
That's
Music
extreme.
Fest is Music Fest, but the wooden match at Music Fest is a whole different vibe. It is a party. It is the place.
Well, you guys
to
even
be
do up the
at
parking
Music
lot
Fest.
and everything.
Oh yeah, we you know.
I think we're still even to now we're still being talked about 2021 Music Fest.
Oh yeah, we kill it. I mean, people still talk about it. You're right.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
absolutely. We get all our permits. We do what we got to do, and we just make it a party.
Well, you guys had such a party 2 or 3 years ago.
2019.
I came down that electrical power exploded.
That was 2018. You got to bring that up, huh?
Yeah, that was.
I'm like walking right down. I'm like, I'm going to the
I
match.
think that took like 5 years off my life. Seriously.
And then I'm like, the thing's like the wires on the ground, literally sparking around. I'm like, I'm gonna go check that out. And my friend's like, you better not go down there. I'm like, no, I'm going down.
Ronnie's pulling some guy out of a metal van that's pulling beer because it's a metal van and wires like literally 3 feet from it.
Yeah,
and he's pulling him out of the window because he doesn't want him touching it. It was a little scary. It's funny now, but it was scary back then.
It was certainly.
Now
something.
it's funny.
And it happened twice that year during these
Oh,
events.
Jesus,
They-
man, you got a great memory.
I live down here.
It was 2 days. It was 2 days in a row.
Yeah,
So
because
the
they
fir-
put the cheap line across
well,
and then
the
it blew
first
up
day.
again.
So the first day it happened, it was from the building
Mm-hmm.
to the pole,
Mm-hmm.
and after the whole thing, it wasn't even. It was technically PP&L's fault.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
no, edit that out. So the first line broke,
Mm-hmm.
and then they came in. All right, everything was fine. Then the next day, this was Sunday, at the same time, around like 7:00, I'm standing there and I just hear pop, pop, pop. I'm like, not again, really? So I'm looking up, I see it, and I put my head down. I'm like, please, not again, and it happens. So then I remember when people came in, I'm like, well,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you guys just change the whole
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, we didn't need to do it. I'm like, well, obviously you did need to do it.
At the end of the day, you guys are just running such an epic party. They couldn't hang.
We were closed down. We shut down for about 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
The first day was about an hour. The second day was about 45 minutes, and then we were back up and running and serving 45 minutes later
That's
Amazing.
incredible.
That's a for Music Fest. That's
for
incredible.
Music Fest.
Yeah,
and you're
That's
talking.
incredible. It's not a regular
you're-
restaurant business day.
Yeah.
It's Music
You're
Fest.
talking. There's
Yeah.
probably about 1,000 people in our parking lot,
Oh my god.
and that happens. And 45 minutes later, we're back up and running.
That's
like
incredible.
nothing. Like
Full
nothing
tilt.
happened. Yeah,
That was fun.
that was
That's
fun.
awesome.
It was good times.
Well, let's get our last introduction so I can have
What
some
did you
fun
do?
editing.
Yeah, I did
did?
ready from the beginning.
Yeah, you're the last one.
Oh, I love it.
So we have a game, and unfortunately, I don't have anything with me, but I do have a product. So basically, what I usually do before we come, and it's a little, it's the night before Christmas Eve. I didn't get a chance to go. Normally, I go to the grocery store on the way, and I pick up a random non-perishable food object, and I kind of just hand it to you and ask you how you would make something delicious out of it that relates to the menu.
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
nice.
The product I would have brought for today would have been powdered coconut, like milk
Flakes?
flavoring stuff,
Oh, okay.
like the powder that turns into coconut milk. And how
What
could we
would you
turn
use
that
that,
into
yeah.
something that would maybe work in a menu item here?
If I'm gonna do a like dessert, well, I
It could be
I
anything.
You
I
could do
could
food and
sweeten
drink.
it. So I would whip some heavy cream,
Mm-hmm.
get it to the point where it's like soft-ish
Mm-hmm.
peaks, and then, or I could just whip it till it's stiff peaks, and then just fold in the
With the eggs, yeah.
coconut
Yep.
right in it, and then it could be sweetened coconut cream.
There you go.
I mean,
Use that in drinks.
Put it
You
on
can
a
use that
burger.
on a
Yeah,
dessert. You can put that on a burger.
There you
How
go.
would, how would you
Everything.
make a burger with that then? That would be really interesting.
how would I make a burger with the
Snowflake burger.
with
I mean, you could probably fit
powdered-
cream on it somehow.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've done burgers with beer battered cookies
Mhm.
as the
Oh my
buns.
God, what?
Yeah, I've done. I mean,
I haven't heard that one.
Do a wing sauce.
you can do
Wing sauce.
Wing sauce,
That's
A wing sauce. That sounds great.
With a coconut base. Yeah.
That's I like that. I want to say thank you guys for being
Yes.
here.
Thank you
during
so
COVID.
much.
Thank you for being open and continuing to do an
Yeah.
amazing job.
Absolutely.
And you guys are great.
Thanks, Tim. We
and,
appreciate you very
Yeah,
much.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
We want to say thank you
Absolutely.
for doing this whole thing.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Well.
thank you very much.
Trying to connect the community. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you do a great job doing it, man. We
Thank you,
listen
thank
to
you.
the other episodes with the other restaurants, and
yeah.
it's really cool to see their background and
Mm-hmm.
what their drive is behind.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's a lot that goes into opening a restaurant and maintaining it.
Everyone
and
has their own
it's really
story
cool.
too. So
It's really cool to see that. So
Yeah.
thanks for letting us showcase this.
absolutely. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Cheers.